By the way, there's a Uber Eats restaurant called Grape. Is it Grape or Drape? One of them district. Yeah. I don't know what they was thinking about. Yeah. They sell beer. But it's that you take out one letter and it could sound really wrong.
District.
Thank you. Insane. But let me do this.
So what going on, guys?
So what?
It's me, Hayley Leone.
And it's your girl, Jojo Renee, and you are tuned into a bonus episode of Bite the Bullet Podcast. We here.
We ain't do this in a minute.
We ain't do this in a minute. This is the second time we're doing this.
Yeah, this is only the
We've only done this once because of freaking Legion. Legion.
Yeah.
Wow. But we thought, we had missed y'all. We know y'all miss us. So we said, let me pull up on your screens
and
or
also
in your
we've
ear.
been pre-recording a lot. So we wanted to really give the gist of how we've been doing and how that went on this summer and stuff,
Yeah, because most of our episodes have been guests recently.
Yeah.
And usually when it's just us, we really get into the nitty-gritty of like what's going on with life and what's going on with the world.
Mm-hmm.
But let's start it off like how we always do. How are you doing?
I am great. I feel like back to like the phases in your cycle. Like, I don't know. I am like week where I'm so productive and I'm feeling amazing. So I'm great. And also
you're follicular.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I just excited to get back to a routine because they're starting back. This is Friday. So I've
school.
been working all week, and I don't know. I'm just excited to see my classes and the energy and just how it's gonna be.
So when you starting back again, do you have it like when we was kids, when you would like set up your backpack, make sure your pencils in your pencil case, adjust your books, everything, and you just put out your clothes before school because you're just so excited to start school?
I don't know about my clotse, but I excited to like revamp my classroom. Like, what I could do differently this year in my classroom. And I think 3 years ago, I had got a classroom I'm in now.
Yeah.
So that first time in that classroom, I make a bunch of posters and print them out and like laminate them.
Yeah.
Not myself. We have our company for that. But like, so now it's more so just like, okay, and what am I going to do differently this year? And like how to get them more engaged and But also, at the end of the day, it's more so filling out the classes first before you get into that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because I could come with all these ideas or whatever. And
but it might not apply.
No, and I have no idea how my mentor class is going to be. So it's just like, I'm going to see the vibes.
That's exciting. I'm excited for you.
Me too. And how you been?
I'm good. I'm finally staying put. Yeah, for now. But I said September and October, I'm not going anywhere. We're going to see how long that lasts. Because I ain't know if you see it. I ain't going to give them free promo. But drum sheds. Remember I told you I went drum sheds for a facial?
Yeah.
Girl. The lineup crazy. But anyways, I'm staying put. But I am really good. It feels good to be back. By the time this episode airs, my braces should be off. So that's great to know. Or they should be close to coming off. So I'm excited about that because I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think I'm going to appreciate food so different when my braces come off. Mainly because I don't have to.
Well, now I remember we did go to a food festival last time when you had just guessed it, and that was September.
Oh, yeah, the Caribbean Food Festival.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. And right now, filming this, my teeth are in so much pain because they added rubbers. Because when they put braces, sometimes because of the wire, your teeth could separate. So they added rubbers to shove my teeth together. So my brain, my head, but it's okay. But yeah, other than that, I'm really good. I'm happy to have traveled so much this year. And there's another trip coming up in the winter, which I'm really excited about. Let me see what else. I realized a cat cam is the best thing you could get because when you travel so much, you can see your babies while you're away. Yeah, that's it.
Good.
I'm chilling. And
no song of the week.
Yeah, girl. Mine is a banger. Mind Games from Cranium and DJ Mac.
Games. I don't think I heard that song.
I just played it for you.
That's not the song you just played.
That was just the song I played.
Valiant song. That was him?
That was not Valiant. That was Cranium.
That was when you do this?
Yes. I was holding my cranium. I could not.
It's such the Valiant song. Okay, no. Then
Passenger Princess. I can play that song for you, Haiti.
Okay, cool. I gotta go home and ring it.
Yeah. Yeah? Okay.
We can.
Hey, we can for tonight. I swear, whenever I hear that song.
I dance it, Asha. This is how she used to dance, and I love, like.
Like, she really feeling it. Oh, gosh. But every time I hear that song, I'm going to think of you, Haiti. I shit you not.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh. Why you had to make it like that?
I don't know.
I think you sang it, not the lyrics. Anyways, Passenger Princess.
I don't mind if I'm going to inspire you.
But you got to wait till like...
that part.
I want to grind on somebody's son. Anyways. But
that's like this summer, like I went to Everyday People.
Yeah.
And every time, y'all know I feel hold you. I just wish I could be walking up.
No, but hold you.
But for the first time, somebody was behind me.
But hold you.
The moment I've been waiting for my whole life. And I was like,
you even go to the up, down, up.
Yes.
No, but hold you. I feel like that song is my top song to dance on somebody with. I don't care about any other song. Hold you. But Passenger Princess, now she get. I guess I haven't danced with somebody yet for that song. But that's the chemistry, your waist, each hand with the and the anyways. But for true, because we didn't give people a gist of actually what we done. We talking about how we good, but I went to Hill Carnival.
Yes.
I wasn't supposed to go. Genuinely, that wasn't in the planning, but I ended up there. And to be honest, I am happy I did. Because it was fun. I must say this year, even the Metropolitan Police was saying this was one of the safest years.
Yeah, I saw the post where it was like, this was the least violent in a while.
And don't get me wrong, a fight break out right next to me, like one person away from me.
But that's, that's,
it happens. It's too many people. However, the scary thing about that is like you can't go nowhere. That's what I just don't like, because if a fight breaks out next to you, it's not like you can run. You getting pushed up and you just got firm it. But and big up BRG Hollywood. Time to Grind was on the road constantly.
I love that for him.
My God, it felt so good to just know that this man is doing the things he's doing, because even, did you hear Asa Banton remix it?
No.
I think he did it at a show. I don't know if he recorded a remix. That sounds so fire, but it's just amazing to see this and see this come out to SM.
Different like trucks.
Different trucks. That's why I heard it so much, because one truck would pass, is playing, and then another truck would pass, is playing, and there was like a Suriname corner and a Curacao corner, and it was nice to see the Dutch Caribbean islands heavily represented at this carnival. They was playing some Papi Mento song. I didn't know the lyrics, but I learned them because they played it so much.
I have this really... I have this thing where it's like, I feel like I could talk Papi. Like, in my head, if I do, y'all gonna laugh at me now.
You've done it. You've done it, and I thought it was beautiful. I remember you doing it, and you went into full character. At the papi.
Oi, 1, 2, 3, una na minha bonta dentro.
Oh, there. Yeah. Meet us outside. Bandabao.
Yo.
You see, I love how you say numbers too, especially in Espanol. But you say, hey, me. But I want, the only thing, I ain't gonna lie, I know like the Mitabay drew me. Mitabay being back. That's one of my favorite things that they say. But I like that they say Mitabay. And what else?
Like
meeting Amber.
Yeah, meeting Amber.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know why I just do that, but it's like in my head
it's a cool language.
Sense. But it sounds like I'm making sense.
You making sense, girl. You said you went down the road and you was going for a party, and the party was €2, but the person tell you it was €3, and you checking like
exactly. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, we understand. But I do want to learn Papi Mento.
I've been saying my whole life, but
I think we could do it. 'Cause I know Spanish, so I feel like once you have that foundation, you should be fine.
But the thing is, no. Because Like, you know, many times I just try listening to the conversations. Like, by the time I access the file of the Spanish word, they're already on three
Another
sentences
conversation.
further. So then it's just like,
I ain't gonna lie, I just hang around one of my best friends from Borneo. And he just speak Papimento, and I feel like I just understand something.
you feel it.
Yeah. But I just try to like speak it with him, but
No,
but I can tell him
can't
teach me.
come with my mom. I used to have so many colleagues from there. Now they
Yeah.
are kind of dispersed. But like I would listen, and sometimes you understand, and sometimes I don't understand. But it just aggravate me so much that I can't speak that language.
Nah, I understand. But what aggravated me so much from this trip, you thought I was gonna tell the people to like, comment, and subscribe. I know you did, but I would have been too big. But you should like, comment, and subscribe. But no, what aggravated me was there was this whole, I don't know if y'all saw the video, but it was viral from Notting Hill Carnival of this, I have to specify ethnicity, white woman on her knees giving a man head. And she was doing it, so she said, for the culture. And I don't think I know a lot of Caribbean people was very insulted by that because it's a case of like you sexualizing our culture to the point where you think this is something that is acceptable on family day, because you have Sunday, the family day, and then you have the parade day. And it caused this whole, I would say, uproar, but also a level of having to explain a culture that I feel like we shouldn't have to continuously explain. Because no, you could continue.
But that's why I was having a conversation, and it's like I do think it links to how they just fetishize us.
Yeah,
white people just fetishize black people in general. But then when they come into a space where to them it's all about the provocativeness.
Thank you.
And the costumes and and the walking up and the dance, and they think that's all it is about.
Yeah.
That's not what we're about. We're about family, about culture, we're about communities, about togetherness, it's about freedom.
And fat. It's about fat, guys.
But because of freedom,
yeah,
it's like how you have that in your right mind to come and do that. And then she didn't have a sign. Or that was somebody else?
No, that was last year. Last year they had a sign that she would give you oral or something for, yeah. And it was, I think for me, it's just a case of like a lot of the white people are in an uproar for the carnival because of they don't like it, whatever. And then you have these things happening. And it's like, are y'all putting these people there to like make it worse or something? That's what is going on in my head, because it's so wild that you could just come outside and think you're going to just suck on the side of the road. That's insane. And to the guy who pulled it out, get it together.
I also want to hold him accountable.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why would you do that?
Exactly. But it also goes
Caribbean.
No, and that's the thing I experienced with the carnival, you know. I feel like, don't get me wrong, they had a lot of Jamaicans. You see the flags, but I don't feel like a lot of people there are from a Caribbean island. They have a background from the Caribbean, but they've never been to the island.
Or they have friends, because they have this influencer I follow. She had the Grenada flag.
Yeah.
But she's Nigerian. So I'm just like, which is fine, girl. Rep your flag.
Yeah,
Shout
rep.
out to Grenada. But then, you don't know if they're really from the
No.
place. Yeah.
And that's when they take the carnival and they just payas. Like, sorry, because it's a case of like y'all coming out here and you thinking that you celebrating our culture with it, but you actually engaging in things that don't apply. But you think because you got a Jamaican or Grenada or St. Lucia or whatever flag, that is okay because it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. And a lot of the things I feel people like would comment on is like, you should actually do research. Even with Jab Jab. Jab Jab is a resistance in itself. It's a representation of resistance. They say the slave master used to call them black devils. So they said, cool, we're going to show you what a black devil look like. And Jab Jab is literally, I experienced it for the first time in St. Lucia, because St. Lucia, Jab Jab, Dennery segment, whatever. And that's kind of where I learned more about it. And it's just, there's so much beauty in that resistance and what they've created from it. But you got people out there saying, it's a celebration of demons, it's demonic, yada, yada, yada. And that's why I was saying in the episode that's coming out that y'all should definitely check, because it's going to be a great episode, where people would judge something, but they don't have a curiosity towards it to think beyond what they just see.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was a lot of the case with, I don't know if you saw the videos of the old people them watching the parade.
No.
Because they have people who live on the road, of course.
Yeah. Ladgrove.
And you have Ladbroke Grove and Notting Hill and all of that. And you have so many videos of people standing in their windows.
I can see the
dirty looks people was getting. But big up the trucks because they ensured safety. Anytime, so I was a bus stop assassin, you know, but we never inserted that video. We gonna insert that on Patreon.
Kristen, you have it?
I have that.
Because I have it from the original.
Kristen, you ever see that? Kristen, your girl was on top of a bus stop doing our madness, but that was the best year of Notting Hill Carnival. But anyways, they very, very safety first with it now.
Yeah.
So anytime you saw the video with a guy in a tree, you a monkey?
You are not a monkey.
Get down.
You are not a sloth.
Yes, exactly.
The music ain't going on until you come back down for that tree.
Get out of the tree, sir. Sir. You are not a monkey. Get out the tree. You are not a sloth. Get out the tree. Look at your condition. Get down. We're not starting back the music until you get out the tree. Thank you very much.
It does kill me how you just know word for word exactly what these videos
I've
are
watched
saying.
it so many times.
But they would literally stop the music. They had a point where we was walking. They had two people on a bus stop. They stopped the music. They say, we not moving until these two dumbasses get off of the bus stop.
Lie.
They humiliate you for you to get off the bus stop.
I love that though.
Yeah, I was not climbing on a bus
But
stop.
I think there's also the conversation now is like they're on the line of deciding if Notting Hill Carnival should continue, and I think the people that take pride in Carnival and like really want it to continue because it's really a part of us and our culture, they're safeguarding it now. And it's like you have to do these things that go the extra mile to make
You
sure.
do.
But then I know there's the Welsh shit that happened, which is like the violence and the year that the people did break the bus stop and they injured
that was
themselves.
bad.
I forget where I was going.
Sorry.
But no, it's okay. But you know, I forget where I was going.
It's my phone fault, guys. It was vibrating a little too loud.
No, but I think I was just trying to say that, like, at the same time, though, I don't want it to become to the extent, like, go to the extent where it's like we start feeling like we have to dilute it.
And I don't think we have to dilute it. You know why?
Yeah.
Sorry. Statistically, Glastonbury, a very big festival, I think it's Glastonbury, one of them.
Yeah.
There's 210,000 attendees. And reported this year, they had 126 crimes or people was arrested. There's 2 million people at Notting Hill Carnival and 436 was arrested. For me, it's a case of like, if you compare the magnitude of people to the numbers of crime and just stupidness, it differs. I'm sorry, I'd rather be on a bus stop than sniffing cocaine. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, because our culture is a bit, more in your face and I could go sniff coke in a bathroom, don't tell me I can't walk up and bend over on the road.
Oh my gosh, buddy.
Sorry, that's my view on it. I can't sue me.
But also, I just feel like they don't look at their behavior a lot of the times as like destructive, because even like all those rebellers, what do you call those people that are so fond of football?
The hooligans.
And
like, England have the worst.
Exactly. But y'all normalize that behavior to the point where it's like that is completely okay. We will never, of course you could never stop football, but it's like that behavior to me is way more worrisome and like destructive to the environment and the people that deal.
You literally burning down stadiums because your team lost. Crazy.
And that happens multiple times a month, sometimes per season. I don't know how the football thing works. But it's just like, you see it in the news. I remember there was a time in Groningen, it was so bad. Like, they had horses and police running through a whole, start trying to catch this whole group of people. And this was Groningen. Like, the most, like, far up. No, let me not say nothing, because Groningen itself is also where they had the what is the face.
Here is the face.
Yeah.
Side note, you feel like England horses like bigger than any horse you've ever seen? I've never seen horses that big.
I've never seen a British. On the police with a police officer. Yeah. But I've never registered as
They're huge. They had walked past two beautiful white horses walk past me. But they are huge. I've seen horses in the Netherlands. I've visited horses on farms. I've never seen horses that big.
They're
just
well
had to put it in there. But yeah, the one thing I had appreciate about the Notting Hill Carnival is man, them take a wine and dip.
But
Nobody
that's always
lingered.
the case. I love that for Notting Hill. It had a time, like, it was so funny. Like, I bent over and I see this man's shoes. I don't know to this day how his face look. I said this before.
Yes, you did.
And then I just see the shoes swapped to another pair.
Yo, I don't think people understand the joy in that.
Love
Just
it.
being able to pelt waist with somebody and they leave. It's insane. And it's so beautiful. And observing it is hilarious.
Love it.
They had man taking wine through the ropes because they got ropes. That's anyways. But yeah, no. I really hope they don't discontinue it because I do think it's a beautiful thing and it's the biggest celebration of Carnival in Europe. And I do think they do it the most correct.
Yeah.
If I look at what they do in Rotterdam Carnival, if I look at what they do in Germany, I've never been to the one in Germany, but I don't feel like they have much on Notting Hill Carnival.
I also want to experience one in New York or something or Miami.
Yeah,
because I know
I
the ones in Miami also.
I was just about to say, I heard the one in Toronto is crazy.
Yeah, so those is also ones I want to experience.
If you're from Toronto or the States, like, hit us up,
and
let
you want
us
to
know.
experience, it's Tabanca. No,
It's Tabanca, yes.
Tabanca,
They just call
right?
it the one in Toronto, I think.
Yes, just like
Hit us up. Like,
we would
if you
love to
want,
experience it.
yeah, if you have a troupe, if you have an event, let us know, fly us out.
And
we there.
We'll be there.
We'll vlog the whole
promoting,
thing.
Yes.
Promo.
But
Shit.
it also, this made me think on Cardi B. Because it was
Love
like,
her.
recently the first clip I see with the whole thing was the Afro-Caribbean. When the guy
Yeah.
was like,
Are you African
are you
American?
Would you consider yourself African American? He was like, no, I consider myself Afro-Caribbean. People in the comments, surprisingly, people was like, well, is she right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I see. I don't know if it, but
'Cause
some
she
people
is.
was like, why is this such a big discussion? Because it's like, once again, I think people understand the difference between like race
Yes.
and like nationality.
Thank
and,
you.
or ethnicity.
Yep.
Because it's like, you could be, apparently her mother is technically still Dominican, but
Yeah.
she was raised in Trinidad. And her father is Dominican. I don't know if y'all know how the map look. I recently see somebody had the Caribbean, but it was Jamaica, and then they divided in different islands.
Yeah.
So it's like you had Trinidad, Barbados.
Yep.
But no, we have it's called the Caribbean, if you don't know. And it's different islands. And apparently, if you don't know, slaves was brought there and also American. So you could still be black, color. But that does not mean you're African American.
Thank you.
You could be Afro-Caribbean, as she said, just a black Caribbean person or whatever. And I don't understand her conversation. But
I feel like the Americans just want things to be the way they want things to be. It goes to that thing with Tyler, not to go deep into it,
Yeah,
but
I
to
agree
touch
with
on the
that.
fact that people who are educated or knowledgeable of the South African system with regards to racist
Yeah.
ethnicity, they know that colored, black, and white are three different things in that country. And she is a South African, so she refers to herself as colored.
yeah.
And Americans are in a whole uproar about it. And it's my case of like not being knowledgeable of somebody else's country's norms.
Yeah.
You just think people come to your country and have to adopt to your norms.
Yeah.
I would understand your norms and learn your norms, but doesn't mean I have to change my norms because of you.
No, but they also think that their experience, the black experience, it was the only experience
Yeah.
when it comes to racism and the whole history of things.
Yeah.
And I do get that the African American experience was very different and unique, and maybe too. I wasn't in South Africa. I think South Africa
Yeah.
also up there with what they experienced
100%.
with apartheid.
Yep.
But yeah, like it's just that wasn't the only black experience,
Thank you.
history wise. And I think that's something they need to tap into and learn.
Yeah.
But I do get that y'all had a unique experience because like we grew up on the Caribbean, and I think after slavery, the most thing we was worried about is trying to build back up the country. There wasn't no like
Yeah.
segregation and stuff like that. So I get that. But it's still not the only experience. But just in general, the videos of that courtroom, people was
Beautiful.
like, oh, it's better than the Johnny Depp one.
No, 110. You know how I can't wait to see Cardi B come across my timeline. And I never thought I would say that. I love her.
Would you say she's bigger than you? I mean,
She looks like she. Cause sir, look at her. She was like, do you have her medical records? And then he was like, something like, and she's like,
I'm sure you have our medical records.
hello. And he's like, hello, I'm here.
I was 113 pounds at that time. Like,
Oh, Cardi.
I love her.
I feel like this case is BS because she's like, I can't be bothered. Like, this person is suing me for 24
people don't
million
understand
for what?
why we seen it and why it's in the court, because she was like, I'm not settling. Like, I'm not going to settle this, because how a court case work, if somebody sue you, you could settle it so you don't have to go to court. But she was like, I'm not doing that. Like, why
But
the
let
hell
me
would
explain because what exactly is the parameters of the case?
Okay, so apparently Cardi was going to the OBGYN. She was pregnant, and she entered the floor of that building where her OBGYN was, and the security guard on that floor was there filming her. And then start coming into her. She was like, aren't you security? Shouldn't you be like doing your job? Like, why are you filming me? And then that escalate, and the woman keep coming in her face with the camera. And then they escalate. It's Cardi B. Like, my girl is not the one to pay.
Exactly.
She's not the one.
She's like a little chihuahua.
Harder too. And she's pregnant at the moment. Why the hell are you filming her? And I think she even was saying in a video, like, I don't have no makeup on. I don't want people to be recognizing me. I'm not here for this. Like, I'm here for my appointment. And then escalate. And then now the woman saying that she was the aggressor.
Yeah.
And so now she's suing her for 24
million is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I just think she out here to get money and clout. Genuinely. Because it don't make sense. And
What is it?
huh? Well, Cardi.
Like, this is brilliant rollout for her album.
100%.
What's the name of her album again? It's literally like the title would make sense with all of this. I need to see. You don't know?
No. I don't listen to Cardi B.
But it ain't come out yet.
But she announced it coming out.
She announced the Am I the Drama?
Wow.
Am I the Drama?
Was this before the trial or after?
This is before the trial. She announced this weeks ago. And now the trial been going on this week, I guess.
Wait a minute.
What if this is
How
just
we know
to
she
get...
ain't getting? How we know that she ain't paying for this?
No, man, a whole court case. Come on. This
Yeah,
is
that's
weird.
a bit much. You wasting people time. But
Yeah.
we are enjoying all of it.
But it's good roll out.
But is she the drama though?
Yeah, but in the best way.
Sometimes.
Like, she didn't start the drama, but she is the drama. Cardi B is just Cardi B.
But she's also just very New York.
Yeah.
She's very Dominican.
The
She's
prosecutor
just
was like, did you call her fat? No, I called her a bitch. I was like, okay, Cardi. Thanks for telling us.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just iconic moments. I love this woman so much.
But I feel like for celebrities, I could understand that. Where is the line in terms of, like, I know it's Cardi B and she big and whatnot, but my girl is going to an OBGYN and she's being filmed. As a celebrity, cool. You know you sign up for that. So should you be normal? Or is it a case of, like, you're also a human, but people just not realizing that?
But I think in the moment, if you ask the person, can you please not record?
They should just stop recording.
They should really just stop.
But even as a security, that's very unprofessional.
That's not
It's
your
like
job,
when I went
sis.
SM and Kalash was on my flight. The security in the boot got out of the boot to go take pictures with Kalash. Mind you, everybody waiting for the passport to get checked. I said, you go, girl.
You could get your thing.
Yeah.
But I guess, like, I don't know. It's tricky because like, you sign up for that. Like, but I do just think like they are human. So I don't know. It depends.
Yeah.
Because like when I was in London, I did take the picture of the guy who asked for the picture, which was so cute. That was the first time I ever experienced that. But it was like, imagine if I was on the road on my way to my grocery store.
Thank
I would
you.
have been like, no, not right now.
Like,
and then
constantly.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Nah, I would have disguises. Yo, I would have such cool disguises.
Yeah.
And like even the most subtle things, or I would get those masks that are faces and then you could pull it over your head and then put it under your shirt. I would so do that 'cause I love my piece. Don't come ask me for no picture.
That was the one thing where I wouldn't really want to be like super famous.
Nah. I feel
But
like
I would still live here.
yeah.
That's why.
I
Because
feel
our
like-
parents, sorry.
No, continue.
YG? YN. What?
OBGYN? Why?
This is YG. Not YG. There's a rapper that literally say he moving here because he just love it Amsterdam.
Oh.
No, ain't white. No, YG's another person. That's a rapper too. But he just come out of prison and he was just like he moving here. But also they say Frank Ocean also here, just
Chilling.
in Amsterdam living.
But I feel like Amsterdam is less chaotic than, say, America. I've never seen, well, maybe because I've never seen it. But
I
like
think in general, like Dutch people just don't give a shit about people.
Really?
Yeah.
We really do
like
not.
they don't care. They just walk in. Oh, I passed Drake. Okay.
No,
Oh,
but other than like, shout out to Rodney.
love him.
Rodney, oh
Can
my
you please
God.
be on the podcast?
Rodney would love to
Ash,
have
please.
you on the podcast. And you recently said your English is amazing, so you can come on the
You
podcast.
should test it
and-
right here.
Because he lives in Den Haag. So I was literally on my way to meet you in Rotterdam. And I could see the boy struggling with his 2 bags from the grocery store. And then these bunch of children just literally like running into the Albertine to go see him. And I was just like, Lord, like
Imagine you really hungry and them 2 bags have your dinner. You want to go home, cook up a good meal.
Maybe the next generation might adopt the American culture though. Of
I do
like a
think so.
celebrity and influencers says like, let me go.
I
rush
actually
them.
do think so.
But I think our generations and the older ones is like, let me leave them people in peace.
Plus in Amsterdam, everybody too high. They checking like, guys, we're
That's
good.
a
Oh my
stereotype for
gosh.
The
Drake.
Because tourists coming for them.
That's facts though.
Real Amsterdamers ain't getting the...
Nah, I'm not talking about a residence. I'm talking about in the stad itself because that's where you go and see the people.
True.
Don't worry, I ain't coming for Amsterdammers. I would never do that.
No. But I mean like, you know what's so funny about Cardi B did blow up recently though because she had a whole thing with plus size women. So it was like ironic that this whole thing, because she was on live and she released something clothes wise, and she didn't expect for the 3X to sell out, and she was like literally her fans kicking and she like, oh, all y'all big bitches. I'm like, oh, plus size women, y'all really out here eating it up all the clothes, and it didn't go over well with a lot of people.
But yeah.
And then she was just like, it was me and my fans having a funny moment. Like it wasn't that serious. It was just like I didn't expect y'all to sell out the 3X. So that was the first thing that sell out.
Yeah, she probably meant it as like, yeah, y'all really doing it big.
Yeah, as no pun intended. But like she was like and then these other people come on speaking. It was the line though, because to you it's a little kiki moment and haha.
Yeah.
For people that is like, you know, it's offensive, you know. I don't know, but I think a lot of people that big is like, it's really not that deep sometimes for us, because I consider myself one. But it's just like, I don't know. I wouldn't take it personally.
Like if somebody had to be like, yeah, you tall bitches took all the long pants.
We did.
I would be like, yeah, what do you think? Yeah, like I ain't gonna now have a whole thing against it.
No,
but I
guess
feel like
because fat phobia is more of
apparent. It's
is thing. But I don't know. I guess where you draw the line. So it's ironic when it's like,
yeah. I feel like maybe there is no line. The line depends on the person. As in, because for half of the people, it's probably like, yeah, we understand she was just saying this so loud. And then you're going to have the other half that's mad. And a lot of them probably not even falling in the category of the subject of what they mad at.
Yeah, I guess. Because I also try to think like, when would I get offended? I get offended when it's like, why is that a topic of conversation? Like if like you know how you go back to the Caribbean, it's like, why you gain a bunch of weight? It's like, hello,
nice
hi,
to see you too.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
But I guess if like literally, damn, all the big sizes sell out. Like I don't know. I guess why wasn't offended by that?
Because you probably checking like I would have bought it too, so it would have sell out regardless.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I getting hungry. What happened?
There was.
Oh yeah, we're trying to catch up on all the things we didn't get to talk about. Love Island. I don't know if you want to talk about that because I kind of over it.
I'm so over it.
I so over it. But I didn't want to talk about like but we talk about that in an upcoming episode.
Check it out. It's coming out in 3 days.
Yeah, which was ironic that we got to touch on that because what I wanted to ask is like if you go on a show like that, like. Basically what we're talking about, like, you know it coming with certain repercussions. Like, would you feel like you have to defend your character all the time?
Nope. Unless I did something I regret, which I probably wouldn't do. The only time I would feel like I have to defend my character if I got out of character. If that makes sense. From a place of understanding that maybe how I acted wasn't right. And then I could defend, oh no, but that's not defending it. Never mind. Yeah, no.
How?
As in, you don't defend something that you know was wrong.
But
so
if people interpreting your character very differently,
that's why I would never go on that show.
yeah.
Because like we mentioned on the episode coming up. Hello, we keep plugging it in.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, they're coming out. Yeah, I feel like if I am signing up essentially to be edited in ways that only serve the production, I know that a perception of me that is completely out of my control is going to be made. And if I go in with the idea that I need to defend it, I will be doing that until thy kingdom come.
Yeah. I think it depends on what kind of person you be. I think me personally, that's something that has really not sit well with me. Because it's like, because I know how I am and because I feel like my biggest purpose in life is to shed light, I think I would get so offended if people see darkness.
But because I know who I am and because I think my purpose in life is to shed light, only darkness would see darkness.
Yeah, but it's not, I get you, but it's to the level now, it's like, if everybody feel like you a dark person or jealous, that's when it's like. But
do you think it's everybody or do you think it's just the people on social media who are like the keyboard warriors?
A majority of, even some people that I respect as influencers was out speaking on how wild it was.
Wait, what are we talking about exactly?
Okay, I specifically talking about Ace. I don't know if you see how it blew up this week of people calling him such a jealous person because he basically announced that Nicolandra is fake. And if that's your friend and they feel like he went in to be the next Cordell and Serena and now he come outside and realize, it's Olandria and Nick that getting all the attention. He come out to say that he find it's actually fake. And that I say is all these think pieces and it's like, we actually have no idea, but it's like people calling him a jealous person and like he went on there to produce the show. And that's what I mean, where it's like, but what if that really not him? And what if he just an authentic person and he's seeing something fake? Back to like how we even find out this summer that Janae and Kenny was there for clout. What if this is exactly what happened with Nick and Olandria? But especially now because this person white, that he definitely here for clout. And Ace was checking like, I'm not with it. It's fake. But we out here having think pieces that he a jealous person. And that's what I mean. So it's like, what if that you really trying to be such an authentic person and that, but the whole world perceiving you as like jealous and envious? Is like, I can understand the level of wanting to defend your character. But you went on a show, so it's hard. You know?
Boy. It's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it's like going into a surgeon's office and asking them to give you natural boobs. Like it's wild. I don't know if it lands the way it should land, but it's a case of like you in a world now where so regardless of whether you want to or not, people will take what they see. They will take face value of what you put out there. I ain't gonna lie, with the Ace thing, that was sticky for me, mainly because if you was my friend and even though I knew you was with a person and it wasn't true, I wouldn't speak on it. Because as much as the world need to know what's up.
But he didn't speak on it.
But that's the thing. That said much more. He could have just said, I'm not gonna speak on that. Y'all can see for yourself.
But that also is an answer. So it's like the only thing that's called for you to do is lie.
Well,
because if I come and ask you like, okay, what do you think about this couple? And it's like, do you think this couple is real? And then faking it. That's literally what Speedy asked.
Yeah, he did.
It's like, I guess you could give up your answer and be like, I'd rather not speak on it. But then that's also giving an answer because 1 + 1 is 2. If it wasn't fake, you would say no.
That's true, but I feel like, okay, so if I think you is Haiti and I ain't gonna say her name because somebody in the comments might have Bill. Haiti and Bill. Yeah. Beatty. If I'm in an interview, right, and we was on Love Island, and the interviewer, and say I know that you and Bill doing stuff because look, PR and you realize you have such a big fan base and you go and milk it. I know this. I know it's not authentic. And the interviewer asked me, so what you think about Beatty? Do you think it's real? I can watch the interview and I'll be like, do you think it's real?
That's an answer.
No, as in like, I'm going to push it off of me in a way that's not too obvious. And then I would probably say like, that's for y'all to figure out yourselves.
That's also an answer.
Really? Because
feel
I
like
wouldn't think that puts you and
especially
Bill.
how people. Okay, it's not gonna put me and Bill in a position, but the rest of the world going to still see.
They're
it
gonna
as
interpret
like,
it.
No, so they fake and da 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 da. Like the only real way to get out of that is to tell the truth.
But I feel like his answer was more.
It was just
messy.
very like.
Yeah, but it's more obvious than saying that's for you to figure out. Because me saying that's for you to figure out is telling you I ain't gonna speak on my friends the way you want me to speak on my friends. You could take that left or you could take it right.
True.
His response was left, regardless of how you look at it. I feel like he could have responded, but I don't think him and Nick are close. Because the way he was speaking out on Nick, that's where it's like we don't know the whole picture.
Like for Landra, he shouldn't have done that.
Facts.
So, but I don't know. I find it. I would hope none of my friends in fake relationships with people have to ask me a question.
I would hope so for you too, Hailey.
Because I think some people like can't hide. Can't hide how I feel about it. I would just be like,
you know, I think with the whole Ace thing, and I guess I've always had a pitch for it. I don't have anything against Ace. I really don't. I just feel like it's a bit poopy to come off the reunion and now have mouth for everybody. Even though on the reunion he had mouth, even though it was shaking, I think is a bit of it's not a cool move in the sense that nobody could defend. They had the whole interview week or 2 weeks or however long you had it where everybody was speaking on things. Now we had the whole reunion. We had perceptions. We putting it to bed, and then you go in on your first interview and it seems quite messy. And I do understand there's things we don't know, but you're also aware that there's things we don't know. To come out and try to defend everything, but mainly was for you, now puts a lot of fires in other people's places, like Olandria. So it's just a case of like, I don't fully stand by it. So I can understand people's opinions on it because it's just messy.
I don't know. I guess so. Because he also speak up, it was like he really was depressed and in a very dark place after he came out to the villa. So I can't ask you then to be in that space and then do interviews. So it's like, now you're in a better place. The reunion happened, which probably we also only see an hour out of 8 hours, 2 hours out of 8.
Yeah.
So it's like that could have also been more fuel to the fire for him to be like, nah, it's time for me to speak up because it's like certain things ain't aired how it was supposed. That's why I mean, going back to like, some people feel like they have to defend their character because it not being perceived in a way, or people ain't getting to see what they get to see.
Yeah.
But
I feel like,
at the same time, it is messy. It's all messy.
Yeah.
And we still end up getting into it.
And I think maybe it's easier said than done because we're not on reality TV. But in my head, it's like, I gotta let people think what they're going to think because they're going to think what they're going to think. I can't do anything about that because I could come out and say what I going to say, but they're going to continue to fight to keep the perception that they have of me.
But I guess it goes back as long as if it's going to affect your bag, I get where you also still
100%.
Because even now, you see that Lock and Sue and Whitney?
Yeah, that's a sticky situation because didn't he apologize for doing and saying?
I didn't see him apologize. I see him say deny he didn't do it.
Oh.
I see him explain what he was trying to say in the moment.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that was not. I don't know if he had apologized.
With that situation,
if you don't know what happened, apparently this other Love Island from the UK 2 years ago, couple break up, and one is, I guess he's Indian, half white,
something,
and Whitney is Nigerian,
fully.
So they had a whole relationship, and apparently now that they break up, she come out and say,
he called her skin dirty.
He called her skin dirty, and then he was explaining it was because of something that she was had on, or I don't know.
Like it wasn't meant the way that she portrayed it.
Yeah.
And now he's suing her for defamation of character.
And she also say his mother make a comment of was like, I could only see your teeth or something in the dark or something like that. And yeah, and he said it affect his bag now with brands that he had actually deals with don't want to work him, so now he's suing her.
For defamation of character.
That's why I mean, coming with like having to defend your character. Because this is real.
But I feel like that one is definitely, there's levels at which, like, what point do I defend my character? If it's something like, say, I'm accused of something that actually messes with my character and whatnot, or actually messes with what opportunities I get, to that level, then for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the whole Ace thing and him running the villa, I do think it could mess with like who would want to work with him, but not to the level at which people would drop him. Like if I get attacked from a place of who I already working with would drop me, and then whatever I want to do I don't really get, then I feel like that's the point where I would defend it, because now I'm defending my bag. Like, I'm defending my career.
Yeah.
But I feel like if people want to make an opinion and say I'm a mean girl on a show that they only gave me mean edits, you do your thing.
True. But I think sometimes, like, I tired of this too. And sometimes I think, like, the media just say things that why we know this. That I feel that way with, like, the whole DDG and Hardy thing.
Yeah.
Every update with the court case with the child and the battery and the custody.
Mm-hmm. Custody.
That's a word? Wow.
Custody.
You know, when sometimes you hear a word again, it's like...
I have that with spelling.
Spelling.
As in, you spell a word and you're like, nah, this ain't spelled the way this is spelled.
Spelling.
Spelling?
But the word itself spelling.
No, as in spelling words. Yeah, so I don't know what I had that with. I think I had it with pencil. I spelled pencil and I was like, this don't look like
pencil.
It's pencil.
Yeah,
but it's
sometimes
pencil.
I have it with how it sounds too.
Yeah.
It's like custody. Anyway.
But you good.
Like, why are we being updated about the custody battle?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what's happening. You gonna have to update me.
Honestly, I ain't keep up. I just know that they break up, and it's been a whole custody battle.
Yeah.
Because she alleging that she was abused by him, and he bringing up that she also used to abuse him. Like, that was the whole thing. So to be honest, I really ain't dive into that. But for me, it was more so like opening my phone, and why we as a public need to know what's going on with them and the custody battle and the child. Like, I feel like we reach a level of
parasocial relationships.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just feel like everybody.
To the people who don't know what it is.
We mentioned it before on the podcast, so if you don't know what it is, you should definitely go watch our previous episodes. But parasocial relationships is really essentially one-sided relationships. So you have a relationship with a person, but they don't necessarily have a relationship with you. And I feel like a lot of us have that. Don't get me wrong. I think I probably have that, but not from that level. There's people I do want to know what they're up to because they've made an impact on me from watching them on TV or whatever. But they're not entitled to give me that update. Who's calling my phone? But yeah, no, I just feel like everybody want to escape from their life, so they rather look at other people's lives. And when it's going to turmoil, that's the best time to look at other people's lives because it makes you feel better about your life. Ooh. So yeah, social media kind of uses that to fuel attention.
But it's kind of crazy that that's where we are now.
But I feel like that's going to continue, unfortunately, because even, I don't know if I told you, did I tell you? Netflix and these streaming platforms are making movies and series so that you could be on two screens. So essentially a movie, series, whatever could be playing, but they're making them in a way that you wouldn't mind playing Sudoku or a game on your phone because you don't need to pay attention. And they're doing that more and more because they just want to like colonize our attention. And I think
like this has been proven.
This is now being studied in a sense, but they say that essentially this is what's happening.
I was wondering if it's like they purposely doing that or our attention span just that effed.
No, I feel like they're making use of the fact that our attention spans is that effed. So yes, there's probably intention behind it because I think at the end of the day, at the moment, we said before, like, attention is currency.
Yeah.
I don't think we realize how much currency it really is. And with regards to these celebrities, they are the product that really gets people involved and involved to the point where it's like unhealthy, like we say with parasocial relationships. So I don't see this really dying down. And that's the unfortunate part. That's why everybody was saying with Love Island that we need to touch the grass. We need to touch it, hug it, sniff it,
like,
do
why
all of
are we
that.
so obsessed with this? Because this was a different level.
But I do think it's a level of escapism. Like to be obsessed with it. I think even also they had a TED Talk on like all the trends of doing like something like the hard challenges. Like even we did 75 hard, right? I did mine whenever I did it. I called it 44 glow up or something because I didn't want to put hard in the title because then I would think it's hard. But they say that these is forms of escapism because we checking like things in life are not in a way that is as controllable as it used to be because of all the influences that we use these things to find a way to see if we have a level of control. And even though we can't control other people's lives, we try to, which gives us a sense of control. So I do feel like these things is just, unfortunately a new conditioning that we develop in. But that's why I think...
Maybe y'all could fill me in. Maybe you could fill me in a little bit because I don't watch Love Island. But is it the fact that I kept seeing something come by talking about a Love Island nation?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe like, that's what they call it.
People that like because there's an app, right?
I don't know.
No, but there's the app where you could go and vote
Yeah.
for
Right.
stuff.
So you can vote for things.
Yeah.
Do you not think that also that sense of control after the show
Yeah.
is also because you voted for it, so now you feel entitled to like.
True.
That's a good take. That makes a lot of sense because a lot of people was in an uproar too. Like, say they vote for a specific person, and their vote doesn't. The outcome is not what they voted. You see that people kind of go off a bit.
But it's so funny because they had the reunion recently, and the biggest votes that didn't go how America would have wanted to go, they come and release the footage. They show the statistics that if we had decided to go with America's vote,
It would have been the
those
same.
people that went home would have went home. So it's like the villa ended up choosing exactly what America had voted for anyway.
So we think.
You think it's a lie?
I don't believe anything anymore.
Okay, cool.
I love Love Island. I've always loved Love Island.
But the franchise itself is given
The
very
franchise, yeah.
skeptical.
They're getting very calculated. And I think people seeing through it. Because with the whole thing with Jeremiah,
You think you could really just come out and lie on TV without like facts, like statistics
Yes.
about that?
I do. Because Charlie and Pepe, that's when Pepe was like, nobody cared about Pepe. You remember?
Yeah, but he had just come in. So I
That's
could imagine. So I don't even think he was part
But
of
also
the
with
vote.
Charlie, you sending Hannah home, but you keeping Charlie? I find Hannah was more interesting than Charlie.
Charlie left before Hannah.
No. Charlie. Wait, who
'Cause
was
that's
it?
why-
Jeremiah, Pepe, and then who?
It was Bella.
Oh.
Bella is who went first. Then Charlie.
No, I mean for the vote with the three guys. It was
it
and,
was Austin,
and Taylor.
Taylor, and Jeremiah.
Ah, okay, yeah, then never mind. I get it.
Yeah.
I also saw something also talking about how like the winners.
But everybody hated Taylor.
Why like they had like the winners itself? They also broke up or something. So that's the new news cycle that Amaya and the guy.
But that was so wild, guys. So they had a reunion and everybody was all lovey-dovey. Come to find out, the day before the reunion, everybody broke up. Except for Nick and Olandra, who was in the last four.
And Shelly and.
No, in
Taylor
the
and
last
Clark.
four.
Taylor and
So
Clark.
Taylor, Clark, Ace, and Shelly, Nick, Olandra. But the last four, only one couple.
Like the last four of the season, who was like the contestants to win, only one of them, none of them together.
Nick and Olandra.
They're not together.
But they together.
They
As in they not boyfriend and girlfriend.
Trying to figure out, which is why I don't get the whole uproar. Like even Nick has come out and said they're still trying to like figure out what if they're going to be together and like try to date like how they would date
Yeah.
and try to find a romantic. He had even used the word romantic spark. So it's just like why we here like acting. I think people I don't know if it's maybe this might be a deep take. But I don't know if people just so caught up in the idea that a white man could come and love this black woman that they're so consumed with this idea that this is such a fairy tale of a story and they don't want to let it go. And it's like, why are we like, I don't know, why are we so consumed with her? Why we want her to be such a thing? And then considering him a YN, like he's such a black guy, because even though he's white, it's like, I find the takes on them is so weird to me, which is why I guess on a level, I'm like, if this white guy is here with this black woman for clout, she could have come out the villa and do things. She would have get the bag regardless. I don't get
Makes
why
sense.
she have to tie herself to this white man to do it.
I didn't see all the talk around it. For me, I just see both of them.
Yeah.
And to me, it had looked like they was vibing. So I just never, I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen what people were saying with regards to like it being fake. The only time I saw that was when Ace was on the interview. But for the rest,
The recent one or the first one?
the recent one.
Because he said the same words he said in his first, when they just come on the villa, him and Shelly was doing like Zoom
Oh yeah,
interviews.
the thing that they always do.
Verbatim is the same thing he said. He was like, the last conversation I had with Nick, he tell me he's still trying to see if there's a romantic spark or he don't know if this is anything other than attraction.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sorry. I don't know. To me, it's like if I see this white dude come out the villa now and he see that he getting so much attraction from aligning himself with this black woman, I would not F with it either.
No, I
and
understand.
that's why to a level is like, And people are like, yeah, but Nick out in all these interviews defending his relationship with Ace. And I'm just like, but isn't he? I feel like in my head, he's doing it for clout. Because why would you go to a tattoo parlor and act like you're going to put your name on your back, just like Ace, to kind of continue this narrative that like y'all such aligned and y'all such friends. I don't know. To me, from Nick vibe, I find he a funny and hilarious person, but I'm very skeptical about like his angle and what he here for. And like I feel like he here for clout, and I feel like he did a very good job in like making the world think he's such a genuine person. And then here we hear putting down the black man who out here speaking the truth, and I just find it weird to me.
Isn't he a Pisces?
Nick, yes. Kristen.
Living in the delusion.
And Pisces men are very scary. But it's so funny. I don't really usually like Leos, and Ace is a Leo, and I like him. But it's so, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I feel like my thing is consumed with Huda, so I don't know what be going on with Nick. No, we don't have to talk about her, but I mean, like, my shit is really consumed with her. So I don't know about Nick and Olandra.
That's very interesting. Because
that's an algorithm thing.
It is.
I guess I don't stop and read anything about that.
I do. When it was going on. No, when it was going on in the midst of it, because it was insane. And I ain't gonna lie, I got drawn in. But with Nick and Olandra, I don't see much. So I only see the little, because I don't know about the Nick putting Ace tattoo thing. But for me, it really was left field. And that's why we should always have this understanding of everybody's perception. Because me now seeing Huda stuff and not really seeing what's going on with Nick and Olandra, not seeing the profit he's getting off of being with a black woman, but also the speculation around him and hers genuine connection. Seeing Ace come out with an interview and thinking him and Nick are close, I could think, where the hell did this come from?
Because also, if like we say, Ace didn't do any interviews, so we don't. All we have is one Nick saying that they close and he like Ace and da 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 da. How we know Ace like Nick for real after they come out of the villa?
And that's where I was like, maybe Ace should have said something. I know he didn't do interviews in the beginning. I know he was depressed, but there was months between.
Said something and we're like, that's not my friend.
No, with regards to even not a subliminal, but I think it would have just
always subliminal.
Yeah,
he like because. I think people also forget, which is why I had never seen him as like clout chasing. Is like I knew this man before Love Island. Like I used to love watching his videos of him even dancing with kids with Down syndrome and stuff like that, and trying to get them to come onto the shell and dancing with people. Stand like his energy was always just very like huge and like just very genuine to me. So he come out back on his live on TikTok. And he was just playing music and being subliminal. And we don't know who that was for. That could have also been for Nick, but we don't know. And I think he was waiting until the reunion to get things off his chest. But then they air a lot, apparently. So that's why I could get that, like, okay, people still didn't get to hear what I have to say. So I'm going to do an interview with Speedy, who to me is one of the most iconic interviewers of our generation. So I don't know. I feel like we should talk about these people. I don't know. That whole thing is too triggering for me.
Yeah, there's like, no need to talk about Huda. It was more so an example because I just think it's good to be as in for everybody to be aware that other people living in different echo chambers.
Yeah, but
and it shapes a perspective that is so completely different.
But it's literally because I don't watch Love Island, but I know everything about this because my feed has been 100% Nicolandria.
Yeah,
and I just thought about it. I said, that's like,
crazy.
But it makes sense. I'm dark skinned. You're dark skinned. You're lighter skinned. And now that's even more insidious when you think about it, because that means that your entire social media, everybody arguing with everybody, and nobody's looking at the same social media.
True.
That part.
That is
crazy. It like, puts a lot into perspective.
I saw the thing about Huda, but then once again, it was tied to the stuff that I saw was tied to the narrative against darker skin. So it's like rage. And so when you did see it, it's rage based.
Talking about rage bait, you not clicking to like, comment, and subscribe is very rage baity. I think you should double check yourself. But yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and give us 5 stars. Just to go off topic a bit, right? So, I've tried, guys. Yes. Now we're gonna get on that topic, right? I'm not gonna get into how I tried, but I'm very proud of myself. So proud. You
should insert the Patreon clip. Wait, what about you? Were you taken into 2025?
Trying. I'm actually gonna.
And how are you going to try, Jody?
I still haven't got to that point yet.
Okay.
We just started, girl. 7 days in, 1
Okay.
week.
Okay.
Let's.
I'm going to
unpack-
give you a chance. You're going to go out one of these days, maybe tomorrow, and you're going to
Ah,
walk up
fuck
to...
off. Fuck off. No. Nah, because we are going out tomorrow.
We are going out tomorrow, and you gotta walk up to a man that you like, and you seeing that he look cute, and actually like ask him for his Instagram.
Ew.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Kristen,
That was from Patreon. That
yeah. Kristen, I'm gonna let you know how I tried after this. Anyways, I want to keep trying. And Haley and I was talking about conversations, doing it for the plot, whatever. I don't really want to do it for the plot. I just want to do it because I've been anti it. I am gonna go and sign up for Hinge.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't set the expectations high.
They're not high at all. For somebody who does not like dating apps, my expectations are in the garbage. But that's a great place to start.
I do feel like Hinge is the more, because you could filter it on ethnicity. I love it though.
Yeah.
But it's still wild the stories that has come from Hinge and how people feel about Hinge that been on it for years. So it's like, but it's way better than like I feel like on Hinge people actually there to get a relationship. It's just sometimes you don't align with the person. But like it's not like a Tinder or whatever where people really just there to be effing. And of course you have those in between. But I feel like people there for better reasons.
Okay, so y'all is my accountability partners. I need to get at least 1 date before the year end.
One?
No, I need to go on 1 date before the year end.
That's easy on Hinge.
For me?
No, you could do it. I swear. I feel like if you go on tonight, you could get one by next week.
I'm scared, guys. I don't know. Okay, what's your tips on dating apps?
On dating apps?
Yeah, girl, because what am I walking into? I've been on Hinge, as in I've seen it, and I had really liked that you can answer the question with a voice note. Like they have a question on your status.
Yeah.
But I stayed on for like a day just to see what's out there.
True. To me, I feel like it depends on like how the person approach you. I feel like my kind of vibe is just just be normal. Don't come and say, "Oh, your picture remind me of the sun when it shines."
Yeah, don't overthink that shit. Don't overthink that shit.
There's men that come to you like that, and that already just make me feel like, okay,
yeah,
I don't know if this is really how people flirting or they think they would get a woman, but it gives me like, I don't know what it gives.
It ain't it.
No. So there's
Got
that. There's also just sometimes like people not even knowing how to like speak English. So it's like I feel like you have to suss it out literally in that first like.
I gonna put my location in London.
Day. Yeah, I know you said you was gonna.
I'm so gonna put my location in London. Cause I do feel like I could do a long distance relationship. Cause I'm very busy, so I can't be all up. Like I need to know that if I'm attached to you, I can't be because we're not in the same country.
I could do it, but then in my head it's like at this point I dating to be serious. So then to me it's like there's factors when it comes to the distance of who moving where.
Eventually.
Okay.
I mean, London is 45 minutes away.
Yeah, okay.
It ain't that crazy. But yeah, so I gonna do that. I gonna keep y'all posted. When I drop a date, I gonna drop it in the episode. So
I did try this summer and I had experienced one of the most loveliest experiences I had in how a man could like show up, and I feel like the bar is up there now.
That's where you convinced me. I was like, bye, let me check Hinge.
Yeah, bye. I can say that like food was delivered to my door that I mentioned randomly in conversation.
Gorgeous.
And then I got a pillow. Like I sleep with it now every day, even though we cool, but we're not on that level. But
that gives me the flames a little bit.
And I got a pillow sprayed in his cologne.
I love a romantic man.
That had make my week.
But you see, I feel like for me, I could appreciate men who just come with. They pull it out of the bag. Mm-hmm. It's not a case of like they suss in the bag to see what to pull out. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's been situations I've been in where they suss in the bag to see what they could pull out. Just pull it out. Come with your sauce. If your sauce is good, it's good. And then we go from there.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like you gotta be willing to try. I think they don't want to wow women anymore. They don't want to like back to the whole nonchalant thing. Chalant me. That was a level of chalant.
I don't think men understand chalant.
It's out there now. So it's like
yes, well, I gonna see how much chalant Hinge have, and I going to update.
I continue to try.
I will try, guys, and I will continue to try, and I will continue to keep y'all posted. Maybe not on everything. If I find my man, I ain't gonna tell all you, but I will let you know that I've tried. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, are you last thing before we go about the whole? You see how Northwest dressing,
I saw a video with her blue hair and her corset and her skirt.
and everybody was like, should we be dressing like? And then it was a conversation of like, okay, well, we seen Blue Ivy also in a corset, but because her body type is more slim, it doesn't come across as provocative.
I think that's a good
But,
take.
Because Northwest is a bit more, take that.
I think everybody
we feel
should
like it coming
shush.
across as
Yeah, a 12-year-old shouldn't wear this. I think everybody should shush. Blue Ivy looked like she was 17 on stage. She looked gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But there's different ways of maybe what we could see inappropriate, but when we turn it to a place of sexualization is when we really jump on it. Because for me, how old is Blue Ivy? 12?
I think they're both the same age-ish.
For my daughter at 12, I couldn't wear that much makeup at 12. So I could have my opinions on how much makeup she wear rather than like the corset and skirt or whatever. But it is essentially similar from a place of she's enhancing features that as a kid, I don't think she should enter into already because
Who are you talking about?
Blue Ivy,
Okay.
because your self-concept is very spongy at that age. And with North, it's kind of the same thing, but like,
But I also love her obsession with Korean culture. So it's like if you really analyze how
and
she
I thought
dressing,
she looked good.
if you really analyze how she dressing, it's like her adapting how they dress over there. It's just because she not a slim babe, y'all think it coming across very inappropriately. But it's
And I think it's the kid's form of expression.
that. But also back to what you were saying, our kids, what we was doing at 12, we're gonna have to also be honest with ourselves that our kids are also in a different world and they're going to
That
probably
part.
be doing different things at 12. We can't keep we just always be like, oh, the older generation don't get it. We can't be part of the problem when there's a new. Of course, there's certain things that I still would want to stand by with my kids.
100%.
But things that is changing. Like I can't expect a 12-year-old of today age to act how I was acting at 12 because it was two different times.
Completely.
So there's also that. But
I think that was
Why?
beautifully said. Like, I hope people are actually taking that message because they made a lot of sense. I just feel like people have so many expectations of how people should raise their kids and yada, yada, yada. And it really is a case of, like, what I said before, actually understanding the deeper thing. Because a lot of people wouldn't know that that's Korean fashion that she's mimicking. And it is a case of, I feel like she is at a point where she's been expressing herself and we've seen it.
Yeah.
But now that we've been able to sexualize it, it's a problem.
Yeah.
And maybe we're the problem.
definitely.
Yeah. But I think that's a great note to end on.
Yeah, guys.
We're going to yam some food.
This
We
is
are-
our bonus episode.
Yeah. Don't let us know if you want more of them.
I mean, we might come back in different form of bonus episodes. But
For sure.
you never know.
You never know. Maybe stay tuned and you'll find out.
But
yeah,
that
we
was
out.
it, guys. We'll see y'all
Bi-weekly on Tuesdays.
and not Friday.
Okay, good.
Bye.